Documentation from the period describes environmental conditioning as reduction of stimuli to promote adaptive behaviors. Adaptive behaviors included sitting, eating, sleeping, using restrooms, following instructions, remaining still, avoiding outbursts. Accepting restraints compliance was not defined as recovery. It was defined as the absence of resistance. In 1987, Ward C entered Phase 3. Phase 3 introduced the concept of transfer. The Foundation believed long-term compliance could not be achieved in institutional settings. Institutions communicated artificial authority. Children in hospitals obeyed because hospitals demanded obedience. This did not prove compliance, it proved context to determine whether compliance would persist outside the hospital. The Foundation introduced the Remote Care Division. The Remote Care Division coordinated placements between Ward C and external environments. These environments included private homes, rented apartments, and supervised care units in Providence and surrounding areas. On paper, these were classified as home care placements. Families did not adopt the children, they received stipends. Guardians were not foster parents, they were participants in a program. Records show that 8 children were transferred to Remote Care Division placements between 1987 and 1995. 4 children remained in Ward C until the program ended. Parents often believed they were surrendering children into long-term care. Many were told their children would receive treatment unavailable elsewhere. In reality, the hospital did not categorize these cases as medical treatment, it categorized them as behavioral research. A former staff member described the period this way: hospitals don't run research programs. Foundations do. The hospital is just where the children were kept. Families rarely followed up. Some believed their children were being treated. Some were relieved. Some disappeared from the process. Court records from the period list many cases as voluntary surrender. Voluntary surrender did not obligate the state to track the child. Once surrendered, the child became the responsibility of the institution, not the parent and not the state. Ward C was not unique. Dozens of behavioral programs operated in the United States during the same era. Some focused on medication, some focused on restraint, some focused on aversion. Therapy. Ward C focused on compliance. Compliance eliminated conflict. Compliance simplified care. Compliance reduced costs. Compliance made children manageable. The Foundation did not claim it could cure behavioral disorders. It claimed it could make them irrelevant. The Remote Care Division was not widely advertised within the hospital. Most staff were unaware of its existence. Placement decisions were made by a small committee that included 1 administrator, 1 physician, and 2 representatives of the Foundation. Minutes of committee meetings do not exist. Decisions were recorded as memos. One memo from 1989 reads, Phase 3 subjects performing above baseline eligible for private placement in other states. External environments improve compliance beyond observation. Compliance did not refer to learning phase. 3 subjects did not attend school. They did not visit public spaces. They did not interact with other children. Compliance meant silence, stillness, and obedience. The Foundation believed silence was evidence of adaptation. Staff believed silence was evidence of control. Parents believed silence was evidence of progress. None of these beliefs were tested. Ward C did not operate without oversight. It operated without interest. Regulatory agencies focused on billing, not behavior. Insurance covered inpatient, psychiatric care for minors. No agency monitored compliance research. Private funding did not require disclosure. The state assumed that children were being treated. The hospital assumed the children were being studied. The Foundation assumed the children were being improved. No one assumed the children would grow up.